Alright, Sagittarius, here we go with October 2022. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. We're going to talk a little bit here about this pre-shuffle. I asked the universe to give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Sagittarius for October 2022. We're going to talk about positivity. Okay? This is very important. You need to understand this for your whole reading, I imagine. Well, there's a lot of people out there touting a lot of readings you get where nothing ever goes wrong. The angels have your back, right? Everyone wants to stroke you, make you feel real good. Gets lots of views, hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers to the channel because everybody feels all good. It's real nice. There's lots of people out there touting positivity. If you think positive, if you live positive, all kinds of things will happen. Everything will work out okay. Well, there is a principle in Buddhism that everything settles. All things settle if left on their own. True, but that's not positivity. That's neutrality. That's what I teach. That's not the same thing. Positivity, going through life with rose-colored glasses on, is akin to, let's say you're taking a road trip, okay? You're getting in your car and you're driving from Los Angeles to Dallas. It's about a little over a 1,500-mile road trip. Let's say your car is old and it's got a lot of parts that haven't been replaced, you know. But you got your rose-colored glasses on. You think everything's going to be fine. As long as I think everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be fine. You get in your car, it starts. You're like, there's my sign. It started, and off you go down the road. Well, that is a recipe for breaking down on a desert highway. You might make it as far as the New Mexico border for all I know, but that is a recipe for breaking down. You have to take steps you can't go through life with rose-colored glasses. You can't be short-sighted. Five of Swords type energy. You have to take steps to make sure it happens. I have done that trip. I have driven from Los Angeles to Dallas. I've done that. I have an old car. I went through it. I didn't just think, hey, I'm going to make it. It'll be fine. I think positive. I'm Steve, right? I can read the energy. I see myself getting there on the timeline. Okay. That'd be pretty cocky of me to do something like that. I took steps. Before I left, I went through the car with a fine-tooth comb. I had replaced a lot of parts. I wasn't too worried. But there was one part, the alternator, which I knew I hadn't replaced in a long time. And I thought, well, I might as well replace it. Cost me $40 and 20 minutes of my time to put it in. I put in that new alternator. Why take the chance? And then I took off on my trip. I made it just fine. I drove around. I was in Dallas for a week. I drove around, visited some people, took back to Los Angeles, made it home just fine, no problem. Everything worked out great. But did it work out great because I had rose-colored glasses on? No. Did I not break down because I changed the alternator? I don't know. But that's the point. I don't know. I took positive steps. I took the long view and took positive steps to make sure that something positive happened. I did everything I could to ensure that that trip would go well. Not just hope, and not short-sighted thinking. It's very important that you understand that. Rose-colored glasses are dangerous. Life is real. You may have angel energy around you, guardian angel, but you need to help that energy out and make sure you're not thinking short term. Why do I tell you that? Why is it important that you take the long view? Well, Green Day taught us why in their song Long View, right? In that song, he's taking the other tack on it. You know, if you don't take the long view, if all you take is the short view, in that song, I believe even masturbation had lost its fun, is one of the lyrics, right? You've got to take steps. You've got to see the long view. And why is that important? Because you might have a tendency with this reading to put rose-colored glasses on. And I don't want anyone doing that. I don't want anyone doing that ever. I'm all for living life positive. I'm all for hope. But you've got to take steps in the 3D, in the real world, to make sure that things happen positively. Otherwise, it's just you're leaving it to chance. And when that bubble pops, when you think, oh, I'll make it on that trip just fine, and then that car breaks down in the middle of the desert because you just were riding with your rose-colored glasses on, it pops a bubble. And then you become depressed. Oh, well, even thinking positive doesn't even work. This thing broke down. Well, of course it broke down. It was a piece of shit when you left Los Angeles. It was still going to be a piece of shit. It was going to get even more shitty as you put miles on it, driving all the way out to Dallas. You'd be lucky if you made it to Phoenix, to be honest. All right. So keep that in mind here. Somebody's coming. You got an energy coming towards you. 3 of Wands, crossed by the Tower. Very suddenly, this son of a bitch who's been watching you, thinking about you, whatever, it could be anybody, it could be somebody new, it could be your runner, jumps in the water. It happens very suddenly. It's a divine masculine. It is a soulmate. Okay, someone taking control, someone who's fairly well balanced. It doesn't look bad. All right, 8 of Wands. They come in hot. They come in fast. Communication, lots of it. Lots of communication. But slow your roll. 5 Swords. Be careful. 5 Swords is that short-term thinking. That's thinking that car, even though it's a piece of shit, I'm going to think positive. This all looks good. It looks good. It started. That's my sign. It started. If it started, I can make it to Dallas. That's nonsense. If it started, it just means the parts ain't broken yet. Short-sighted thinking. Keep your wits about you with this for some reason. It'll come out in the reading. Short-term thinking. Stop. There's something off here. Hold back a little bit. Chariot, slow your roll. Okay? There's a message for you at the back, because this is, technically in the reading, the 5 of Swords is bookending the 3 of Wands. There's something a little bit off here. I don't know what. But don't start. This all looks good. On the surface, this is going to look great. But there's something. There's something that ain't right. It's a false victory. So hold on. Hold back. 4 of Pentacles before you charge ahead with this. Somebody sees victory in you, but you need to make sure you see victory in them. Just because the car starts in Los Angeles don't mean you can drive it to Dallas. In some cases, with some of the cars people drive around here in Los Angeles, they'd be lucky to make it to the parts store to get it fixed. You know, see so many broken down cars at traffic lights out here. It's unreal. You know, you can't wear rose-colored glasses with things. You've got to take steps to ensure that things happen, that things go well. If you don't do that, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. All right, and I don't want that for you here. With this person coming in, they look good. Looks like they'll make it to Dallas. But there's something off. There's some parts that need to be replaced here. There's something not quite right about it. Let's find out. Flying out of the deck. Flying out of the deck. Okay, yep, here we go. Yep, even the bird agrees, and he a Pisces. All right, he a Pisces, you know. Card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? Death card. It's the energy of change. It is what October is made of. It's built of the energy of change. Oh, I don't know why it's here. Something's about to happen. Something's about to happen. What's going on? What comes after the cut? Celebration. 3 of Cups. Communication. Somebody opening up. Somebody who never did before. There's going to be reason to celebrate. And I'm not telling you not to enjoy yourself. Don't read my story in the intro of this, my lesson, if you will, the wrong way. I give it from a good place. All right? Listen, Pollyanna, I used to date a girl who was Pollyanna. Everything. Rose-colored glasses, Pollyanna. Her life, as I research it later, down the road, 25 years so down the road, didn't turn out too well. You know? She on more depression medication these days than you could probably count. She probably got a big pill thing in the morning that she got to take, because that's life. Okay, even if you've got guardian angels around you, they need your help to make things happen. This is celebration. There's a reason to celebrate here, and which is a change. All right. Okay, so far so good. This is why I told that story. I want you to know. I want you to be smart. I want you to take the long view on things. Look at things. Don't fall for flattery. Flattery, Flattery is the devil's playground. Let's see. People love it. They love their ego stroked. Even the DFs. You like that. You want your soul stroked, or you want your brain to do its job. Each thing, the soul, the heart, the brain, we'll say, we'll just split it into 3. is a tool. A screwdriver, a wrench, a pair of pliers. Each one has a job, right? You try to take a screw out with a pair of pliers, you're going to ruin it. You're going to do some damage around it. You do it if you have to, but you know. People always use their brains and their souls and their hearts for the wrong things. All right? The wrong tool for the wrong job. Use the right tool for the right job. Your brain is there for logic. Keep that in mind. Your emotions, that's fine. We got to balance logic and emotion together. Let's go. Give me the deck of final shuffle. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Sagittarius for October, universe. Overall energy of the reading. Justice. Again, a wonderful energy of balance. I just got done telling you about balance. The right tool for the right job. Balance emotion with logic. Make damn sure you do if you want justice. But you're getting some justice here. There's a reason to celebrate. It's all very positive. But I'm not one. I don't want any Sagittarians putting rose-colored glasses on. All right? Eyes wide open. Take steps to make sure things go well. And then if it looks like they're not, make the necessary repairs. Make the necessary adjustments. What's fueling this? Three Swords. Justice over some sort of pain. Some sort of past pain. Or it can be justice through pain. I'm not sure. It's hard to say at this point in the reading. Let's find out. It could go either way. It's a general reading, so there's a lot of energy here. Our reading's on the flip. Right here's the energy around this connection, whatever this is. This is how the incoming energy is behaving in the 3D. This is the soul energy for the incoming energy. You're the static energy. The other energy is the incoming energy. Right here's the hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the energy of the connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I can't predict your free will either. I can only alert you to things. All right? All right. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top at the end. Let's see where we go here. You keep getting in my weekly readings warnings about opportunists, warnings about things. You're getting another one, but it does come with a positive spin attached. So that's good. I just don't want people to take positivity and run with it. I helped more people when I first got here on YouTube. There's a lot of people who were in my confused folder, thousands of people who I took my energy to correspond with and all of that, who had succumbed to these people that are out there preaching positivity. Positivity this, positivity that, just think positive, everything will be fine. No, not if you have to. You like energy attracts like energy. So you can only attract what the energy is around you, the energy of your soul, for example. And if it's not there, if it doesn't believe it, if it's a low vibration because you're hurt and because you haven't dealt with past pain and all that, that's all you're going to attract. That's it. You know. So yes, think positive within context, but take steps to rectify, to raise your vibration, so that you're attracting better and better things and you see results from that positivity. Positivity alone won't help you if you're not in the right energy. Right here's the energy around the connection. The moon, there's something secret here. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not looking at these cards. They're right here. I will put it right there. The moon, there's something hidden. Something that's in the shadows. How is this person, this incoming energy, behaving in the 3D? Death comes back. The why the fuck are we here position comes back. It's change. Somebody wants a change in their status of some kind. Somebody sees you as justice, I believe. It's from a point of 3 swords, because 3 swords is crossing justice. Soul position. Bookending the moon. Pentacles. There it is. There's the fucking pentacles, I do not like pentacles in the soul, and I don't. Depending on the context, I don't like the King of Pentacles in the soul. Sometimes I do if the context is right, but not with it bookending the moon. You got money? You got a car? Are you popular? Are you somebody would want to know, or somebody would want to bang? Ask yourself that question, because this is some superficial shit. That's what it is. There's a hidden agenda here is what it means. All right? I don't like giving you these readings. It's whatever it is. I'm sure you're happy to see this person. I'm sure you're attracted to this person, whether it's new or a runner. I want you to just keep your wits about you. No rose-colored glasses. They're going to look good right on the outset. Conversation's going to flow. Definitely coming towards you with that Tower card in the beginning there. Crossing the Three of Wands. Abso-fucking-lutely. The Tower card pushes that guy on the Three of Wands right in the water, right towards you. Hidden agenda of some kind. Somebody wants to transform their life with you. You are just, they get to sit on the throne of justice because of you. It's similar to the opportunist energy I get. It's not really opportunist energy. It's just a hidden agenda. What's the universe want to tell us about the moon? It's red with the moon. It is separate from the reading, but what? Four of Cups. There's something here. There's disappointment under the surface. You should think twice before accepting this cup. Listen to me. I guarantee you. The energy of October is strong enough to have tricked me. I'm a fucking powerful energy reader. There's only about 1,000 of me on the planet at my level of energy reading with my abilities. I used to get hired by law firms to read fucking rooms for them like a fucking mentalist. I got tricked. I had to delete the first version of the October overview. So I can only imagine how easy you're going to be tricked by this energy. How easy other readers who only read on the surface out here on YouTube are going to be tricked by this energy. Because my pre-shuffle is the surface read, is the surface energy. And that surface energy was all about 8 wands, a tower, a 3 of wands, somebody going in the water. It's all about communication. Communication, the emperor, the divine masculine, a divine masculine finally coming in. You're going to see it all over the place in fucking readings. The universe, the fickle old gal is telling you, think twice before you take that cup. There's something hidden here, some kind of agenda. I ask you again, the way I see this, are you popular? Are you somebody would want to know? Are you somebody would want to bang? And that doesn't mean famous. It just means, do you have some money? Does someone's status get raised by you? Are you something to brag about? I don't know. There's just something here about this final outcome. Think twice. It's red with the moon. You don't know what you don't know, like the old Dr. Phil says. I'm telling you, no rose-colored glasses. It'd be easy to keep them on with the surface read from the pre-shuffle. Final outcome, potential. I can't predict free will. Red with the death card. Should coincide with the moon a little bit. This is interesting. Oh, this puts it. What I tell you, this is going to look real good. Okay? You look real good to somebody. I took a peek. I always tell you when I do. You're going to look real good to somebody. And I already said it about the death card. You transform their life in some way. Being with you transforms their life in some way. This is Sun. There's communication here. It's going to look great. It's going to feel like a sunny day. Think twice. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's evil. I just want you to go into things with your eyes wide open. Not with rose-colored glasses on. This will be a situation that is really easy because the surface read is the pre-shuffle. That's what any fuckwit on YouTube can pull, is my pre-shuffles. They're here to get us started with the reading. That's where I begin. Okay? I begin with what a usual reading is out here. By a typical whatever. Yep. It's going to look great. Cause for celebration. You're going to feel it's transformative to me. Thank God this has happened. Finally, I get justice. Think twice. There's something hidden. There's something underneath. It's not necessarily nefarious. I just want you to know. The universe wants you to know. Think twice. It doesn't say don't accept it. It says think twice. Or you might end up disappointed. Make sure you know why you're doing anything. If this person shows up and you want to bang them because you're attracted, fine. Make sure you know that that's why you're doing it. I think this person's hot. I want to bang them. Fine. Don't start making 20-year plans while you're banging in the middle of it thinking, oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have a house and we're going to get, yeah, maybe 2 kids. No. Just take it one step at a time here. Know why you're doing things. There's something under the surface. It may reveal itself. We'll find out. Okay? I give my lessons. I take the time to share some life experience, share some ideas with you, mostly ideas and a point of view, because it's important. Because there's always more going on than just somebody's coming in. All right? And this comes up for you. This is a repeating message. Every time I pull on Sagittarius, be it a Friday reading, a weekly reading, or one of these monthly readings, it's the same fucking thing every time. I don't know why. And this energy is here now. In October, it's on top of it. It's right here. So, you saw the pre-shuffle with 8 wands and shit. The moon, why is it here? Tell me about the moon. We're going to talk to the witches. Witches Tarot. Let's see where we go. One of the best decks I have for pulling on a moon card. And I'm going to do it. Let's go. Why is the moon here? The final outcome is the sun. This can have a happy ending. There's no doubt about it. As long as, again, we'll find out. Let's see what it tells us. Well, I'm very curious to see what cards clarify the moon, though. Or the sun, I mean. Let's see here. Let's see where we go. And don't start thinking, those of you that think you know about cards, that you're a divine couple because the sun and the moon are on the table. No, that's out of context. If the moon was here, you'd be a divine couple because they're read together. This is separate. These messages here, this is the energy of the connection, what's going on with it. This is the message from the universe. These are kind of separate. There's no divine couple here per se. You're definitely higher up the food chain. Crossing the moon is, I shit you not. If I swear to God, if you're watching this video and you don't believe me because you don't want to, I'm sorry. It's the High Priestess crossing the moon. From the best deck I have for clarifying the moon, I get the card of fucking secrets. Someone is holding their cards close to the vest. What card that is, I don't know. But no rose-colored glasses. Do not put them on. Think twice. This is read with these. I rest my case. If I had a mic to drop, I don't. It's card drop. There you go. Fucking unreal. All right. Chariot. Charging in. Charging in. There's that chariot energy. It wants to, this energy, whatever is keeping its cards close to the vest, whatever is keeping a secret, something you should maybe know about, it wants to work fast. This is the epitome of devil energy. This is the epitome of the con man or the con woman. They want to work fast. That energy does not want you to ask questions, right? It wants you to just believe what it says. It makes it purely believable. It does not want you to ask questions. It wants to move very quickly, very swiftly. It's very determined to land you. You're obviously very important. You're a very important fish to get in the boat. Why is the chariot here? King of Pentacles. This card, this King of Pentacles, is bookending these cards. These are read together. Again, so, there it is. It's the same fucking energy. It's that same, you represent this to this person. They want what you got. They want to come in and get it. It raises their status in some way. It elevates them in some way. It gives them a bragging right. It changes their life. It transforms their life. It makes them happy. Puts them in the throne, if you will. Okay. All right. All right. Why is the death card here? We've got to take it layer by layer. Why is the death card here? I wish I had a camera to pan over to the bird off to the left of me because he's here. He's quiet. Quiet as a mouse right now. He's just watching the look on his face as I pull this reading. And I know you think parrots can't make a face. Oh, he can make a face. His feathers are all up a little bit. It's the same look he gets when one of my friends comes over that he doesn't like. And that's a friend, by the way, who would be in this energy. It's a friend who's, you know, a little bit, doesn't really tell anybody how he makes his money, kind of a thing. He says he's a businessman. That's kind of vague. What does that mean? A pimp is a businessman. I mean, what does that fucking mean? You're a businessman. What is that? That's vague. You ever see that? Like, you ever Google somebody and it says they're a businessman? Okay. I always check and see if that businessman is married to somebody famous or somebody rich or something. Usually 9 times out of 10 they are, which means they're just an opportunist entitled fuckwit more than anything else. All right, death card, businessman. Yeah. This person might say that. It's in the energy, right? If you don't know what they do, if they give you vague answers on things, raise a fucking eyebrow. Don't put them fucking rose-colored glasses on. I'm still shuffling. You want me to shuffle for this reading. You want me to, businessman. What the fuck does that mean? Death, right here. If you Google it, it means one who conducts business. Okay, great. I suppose I'm a businessman then. I conduct business here, right? I guess. All right, the Hermit is crossing this. Yes. So I don't have an answer. What's under the Hermit? The Magician. Yeah, that's why. Why can't Steve read the soul energy off a Hermit? I'm fucking Steve. And I'm stumped. And then there it is. It's someone who feels all soul. You feel it in your soul. It's a reason for celebration. It's just, there's something that's smoke and mirrors here. There's smoke and mirrors here. I needed the card that was fueling it. What's on top? Boom! Fucking Tower. Somebody here is... This is how they're behaving in the 3D. A little bit shady. What do you do for a living? I'm a businessman. A businessman? Oh, wow. I didn't know that was a job. Is that a thing? You know? Do I go for the want ads and look up... I'm looking up jobs for businessman. You know, do I look for that? Can you be more specific? Right? Vague. Smoke and mirrors. It's like the Jedi mind trick is what I get here. The Magician crossing the Hermit is the Jedi mind trick. These are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the droids, I'm looking for. Right? Like that. It's like that. The Tower here is very interesting. There's more speed coming in. It's very urgent for this person. There's some urgency for some reason in their approach. I don't know why. Why was the Tower is about tearing things down. Why is the Tower here? Somebody is destitute. Somebody's broke. They might tell you they're rich. Hey, listen. I'm just doing my job. I'm a businessman. Okay? I'm just doing my job. Hey, look. Somebody, you represent the King of Pentacles to this person in 2 positions. Both of them 5D positions, I might add. In the 3D position, I got somebody here out in the cold, 5 Pentacles. Somebody here, and the whole world came crashing down. That's why the Tower's here. They're looking for a reboot, and you're it. They're looking for access to a checkbook, and you're it. It's possible. But it doesn't have to be money. It can be something else, but that's apply it how you need to apply it. I asked you earlier, twice in the beginning of this reading, are you somebody worth knowing? Are you somebody worth banging? Are you somebody that can elevate somebody? I asked you that. I asked you for a reason. If it's specific energy and it's not for you, fine. But I argue, even if you are a checker at a grocery store or something, that doesn't mean, don't think for a minute that you're not worth knowing or you don't elevate somebody. You could be really hot. Really hot is good, that's bragging rights on some level. But this has something to do with destitution, with somebody's life coming crashing down, and they're looking to you to be the King of Pentacles, male or female, doesn't matter. And they need to work fast, probably because they broke. Businessman. I told you that story for a reason. It's kind of cracking me up, to be honest with you. I don't press him on it because I don't think I want to know, my friend that says that. I don't think I want to know. I get I get moon and all sorts of nefarious type energy around it. I don't want to know. Okay, fine. He's a decent enough person. We don't hang out much, but we share a love of rock music. That's good enough for me. King of Pentacles. Don't ask no questions, and you won't get no lies from people, right? In this case here, you better ask some questions. Think twice. The fickle old gal is telling you that. You can think of the universe in my mind, just because someone asked me once. When they asked me about the fickle old gal and what I picture the universe as. Do I picture it as a person or as a thing? I do sometimes picture it as a person, okay? And every time I do, I picture Judge Judy, in case you're wondering. Judge Judy is sitting, imagine Judge Judy up on her little bench, right? Tiny little Judy, telling you, you know, think twice. You know, the same way she goes off on people she don't like in her courtroom. You know, it's that kind of thing. King of Pentacles. Well, now we get to pull on the King of Pentacles. Let's talk about this. I mean, what in the fucking hell? And this is the universe really wants Sagittarius to know this. I haven't looked at what kind of readings you're getting around YouTube, but I suspect it's similar to my pre-shuffle of somebody returning, communication coming. Yeah, yep. Yep. But it'd be real easy for you to slide those rose-colored glasses on. King of Pentacles. I bet they're going to make it real appealing. They're going to make it look real good. Bring you flowers. Spend their last nickel getting those flowers too. Take you out to a fancy dinner. No, I'll cover it. I'm a businessman. I'll pay for it. All right, take you out to a fancy dinner. They got just enough room left on the credit card for it. So you think you go home with your rose-colored glasses on, you think, wow, they must be rich. We went to, you know, this fancy restaurant. That dinner was $160, $200. My God, they must be, you know, they must be really fancy and really, wow. No, it's the last room they had. Barely made it, you know, when the waiter ran the credit card. King of Pentacles, why is it here? That's the way this energy reads anyway. It doesn't have to be about money. You're going to have to apply it to your situation. If something looks too good to be true, it probably is. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Unless you got rose-colored glasses on. Then it's not. All right. Let's see. Crossing the King of Pentacles is the Page of Cups. That's a lot of shuffling for a little fucking energy. This is more about Pentacles than it is about love. This is an out of balance. This is this energy's soul. In the soul, they're the King of Pentacles. They're all about Pentacles. That's a big energy. This is a little energy. Crossing it. There's some. They have the capacity to. This is a fucking con man. They have a sociopath. They have the capacity to love to the point to which they need to get what they want. Okay? Fine. But yes, if you're looking for the sugar coat before you shut off the video and leave and go watch somebody else, yes, 8 of Wands, go watch the pre-shuffle again and then just stop the video after that. Yep, the 8 of Wands, yep, the 3 of Wands going in the water because of the Tower, yep, coming in. No doubt about it. There's communication coming very, 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 very fucking soon. Sometime between now and early November, I would guess. And this person needs to move quickly. What's on top? King of Swords. Does what they need to do. That King of Swords just backs up what I told you. They're mostly Pentacles. King of Pentacles in the soul is the biggest energy. Doesn't belong there. They're capable of love, but only to the point to which they need to get what they want. King of Swords backs that up. My King of Action. They're aware of this. I said sociopath, didn't I? Yeah. I don't say anything that's not in the energy. They're aware of this. Sociopaths are aware that they're lying. They have a line to the soul. The communication is open. They just choose to brush it away and ignore it and do the bad thing anyway. Don't get sociopath confused with psychopath. And don't think all psychopaths are serial killers and stuff like that. No. Most executives, CEOs, are psychopaths. Right? They are. They run a corporation like a king. They're used to having things their way. Right? That's why I myself didn't think Trump would make a good president, because he comes from business. He's a CEO. He's used to being a king, a dictator, right? Well, You know, they're not used to having to deal with checks and balances and things like that. It's just the way it is. This is that kind of energy. But it's sociopathic. They're aware of the truth, yet they keep going with it. Why is the King of Swords here? Four of Cups. They're at... Oh, Jesus Christ. Again, I got Four of Cups leading into Four of Cups. It's like a red flag all over this fucking thing. It's like a red fucking flag. It's just... Why is the Four of Cups here? I'm going to do something unprecedented. I'm going to pull another card across the top. I want to say that there's a battle within this person. I can't say that for sure. Why is the... give me the bridging energy between the King of Swords and the Four of Cups. I want to be sure I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I'm going to check myself. I'm a responsible card puller. I don't tell you anything that isn't true or isn't in the energy. I know somebody just got offended that I said I didn't think Trump would be a good president. I got a big Trumper watching me, and he always gets pissed off when I say stuff like that. It doesn't mean he was or wasn't. It's what I said is fact. CEOs, people who own their own companies, rule their companies like a dictator. They don't have checks and balances. They make the decision. They do this, they do that. You're fired, you're this, you're that. The presidency is a tough job. We got checks and balances in this country. That's democracy. You got to go through a whole bunch of shit, and he don't like that. I knew he wasn't going to like that. He's like Andrew Jackson. That's who he idolized. He had a picture of Andrew Jackson in his office. Andrew Jackson was known in his time in the 1800s as King Andrew. That's what the press dubbed him. Look it up. It's truth. It's fact. You know, yeah, he was notorious for skipping Congress, just doing what he wants. That's how he ran the presidency. You know, that's how he ran his presidency. That's who he was. So, and it makes sense. You know, someone like a CEO would idolize him as a president. Why would a Republican president hang up a Democrat, the founder of the Democratic Party, even in his office? It didn't make sense to a lot of people in the news, but it made sense to me because they're the same person. They're the same type of person. But it's cool. It doesn't mean he was bad or good. It's just a character trait. That's all. So calm down, little Trumper person. It's okay. I don't give a fuck. Bridging energy here. I like to explain myself because I'm not trying to start any controversy. I'm just speaking facts. Stuff you can look up. Study history, for God's sake. Don't just say, oh, Trump had Andrew Jackson hanging in his office. But don't just say that and wonder why. Research Andrew Jackson and read all about him. You'll learn why real quick. Right here is the Four of Pentacles, crossing all of that. Yeah, they're a sociopath, whoever this is. They hold back whatever the truth is. They hold it back. They hold back any disappointment they have in themselves. They push it all back. It doesn't matter. They want what they want and they go for it. Consequences be damned. That's why the urgency is here to come in. Somebody here needs you, but they need you for a reason that you should know about before you accept the cup. Okay? Whatever it is. Now, let's talk to the universe. It wants to tell you about Four Cups. It does. Let's talk about it. Think twice before you accept this cup is the message here from Judge Judy. Think twice before you accept the cup. That's my theme song. All right, Four of Cups. Four of Cups. People are so afraid of facts. It's unreal, isn't it? You watch the news and stuff, you see any kind of fact is shot down as whatever. People are so afraid of it. We gotta relax. Relax, as my friend Heidi says. He's from Taiwan. He said, relax. I love it. Five Swords. There's that Five Swords from the pre-shuffle crossing the Four of Cups. Judge Judy Universe is telling you, think twice before you accept this cup. Judgment for the fucking plaintiff. Absolutely, right here. Five Swords. There's something going. Don't be short-sighted. This is telling you everything I told you. This validates the entire pre-shuffle. It validates everything I've told you. It's the universe talking to you. It's separate from the reading. It's Five Swords crossing. The very five swords about you not putting on the rose-colored glasses, not being short-sighted. Take the long view. All right? Think twice before taking this cup. Why? Because it's going to look good. It's going to come in fast, and it's going to look good. These are read together. Six of Wands. I said, they see victory here. It's going to feel like victory to you. It's going to be cause for celebration. The card that came out after the cut, the Three of Cups. It's going to be cause for celebration. Six Wands. Victory. Yeah, it's going to look really good. That's what sociopaths do. That's what con men, con women do. Right? I talked about it the other day on a reading for a sign, that old show Leverage. Right? They used to be on TV. They had a grifter. Right? Her and the lead guy were both kind of griftery types. And they would go in there, and this is what they do. They make it look good. If they had to set up a fake meeting, a fake boardroom or something like that, they would just set up the boardroom. They just give you what you want to see. They give you the show. But what the universe is telling you is look behind the curtain. Okay? Look behind the curtain. It's going to look good. These are good grift. This is good. This is some of the finest con job I've ever seen here laid out in cards. This could be a leverage episode. But it looks good, but look behind the curtain and you'll see it's all just facade set up in a warehouse. All right? Somebody here, I guarantee you, it's got something to do with money or status or something along those lines. Or it could be, now listen up, this could be somebody who is married tells you they're not. And you end up banging them and thinking it's the greatest person you've ever met. And you'll find out later down the road, you maybe should have thought twice before checking that cup. You should have looked behind the curtain. Because people like that make things look good, but they come in fast. They talk fast. They do things fast. They don't want you asking questions. They want to move fast. The speed with which somebody is moving, the urgency with which they're putting into how fast they're trying to get you to do something or come around to their way or get you in bed tells you something about what's going on. It's always a red flag. It's going to be easy to put rose-colored glasses on with this. Pay attention. I think the whole fucking world needs to, but hey, we'll just talk about the soulmate cycle. Pay a fucking attention. Look behind the curtain. What's going on here with this Six of Wands, Six Swords? Again, somebody sees you as victory. This is read with the King of Pentacles, which is you. Somebody sees you, your energy reflecting off of that. That's what you represent to this person. They see you as solving a problem. You solve a problem. You're victory for them. Think twice. Energy's always in layers. Universe, Judge Judy's telling you, move on. Don't make sure you get your answers first. All right? But yeah, look, the cards are just backing the whole thing up. Somebody here sees you as solving this winter problem that's come crashing down on their head. The Sun is the final outcome. Justice is the overall energy. We're talking about, and it's funny, I didn't even think of that when I told you, when I answered the question of how I see the universe, Judge Judy, right? I didn't even think of that. If you want justice in your life, you have to make it sometimes. Sometimes you need to look at the reality. You need to look behind the curtain. And you get your justice. You see, you saved yourself a whole lot of, you dodged a bullet, as they say. What's going on with the Sun? What's the final on this? This is a wicked reading. Wicked important for whoever it resonates with. All right, people get conned all the time. All the fucking time. Pay attention, okay? Oh, God, just pay attention to what's going on. The answers are always around you, right? They are. They're always around you. Even with that Trump thing I was talking about earlier, if you want to know what kind of president he was going to be, or who he's going to be as president, you may think he's great. Godspeed to you. I don't really care. I'm neutral. But you look around, right? The answer was staring us in the face the whole time. He had a picture of Andrew Jackson up in his office. All you ever had to do was research Andrew Jackson and go, well, obviously he idolizes this man. This man was known by the press as King Andrew. And he bypassed Congress all the time. He was unreal. He was unreal. There's controversy about whether or not he should have even gotten on the $20 bill. There's actually a big controversy about that, because he slowed democracy down. He messed things up in his time. He did a lot of stonewalling and messing things up. Let's see where we go here. The sun. Let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Very interesting energy around that. You're someone's harvest. You are the sun to this person. You are the savior. Whoever this is. You are the savior. Right here. Same applies. I use the example of Andrew Jackson's picture there, but the same applies to people you meet on the street every day. Don't just look at the person. Don't just take what they're telling you. Look around. Look at their actions. Right? Look at what they do. You can do that with me. I pulled down a reading. I got it wrong. I pulled it down. I redid it. What does that tell you? Does that tell you I'm here for ad revenue and a bunch of bullshit people? Of course it doesn't. That cost me a fortune to do that. Well, small, what ad revenue, and didn't get any sales on an extended and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not a fortune, but you catch my drift. Right? I didn't just leave it and say, well, it's wrong, but if I pull it down, it hurts the channel. So pay attention to people's actions. It's their actions that tell you who they are. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. It's important. It's a quote, and it's important. Hangman. Somebody here is fucked. You're their son. You're their savior. Hangman is read with the tower. A tower fell for this person, whoever it is, and they're stuck. They need you. They're in winter. They need you to get them out of it. This says the same thing right here. You're their victory. You're their ticket to ride. Why is the hangman here? Final outcome. You're their ticket to ride. It's right here. Eight of Wands, forward movement. Another Eight of Wands comes out. So for the Sagittarians looking for sugar-coated readings, don't want to learn about people and how not to get conned in your life, fine. Ignore all of the advice. Ignore everything I've told you. Right? Just see red, go crazy. But fine. But this is forward movement. Somebody sees you as the sun. They're stuck in the hangman tree because something fell on their head, left them in winter. You are their ticket to get out of the hangman. This is forward movement. This is communication. This is forward movement out of winter. Forward movement out of the hangman. Says the same thing this says right here. And again, Judge Judy, the universe says if you want justice, you're their justice. If you want justice, think twice about taking this fucking cup. It's important. And right there. I stand by this reading 1000%. It's important in life to pay attention. The answers are about people are around us all the time. The answers are always there. People just don't look. Okay? People just don't look. I, for one, am someone who pays attention. I look. End of story. I take a look around. Everybody, I remember long ago, we mentioned that Trump thing. Everybody in the press wondering how he was going to be. How's he going to be as president? I actually predicted it on my now taken down Facebook page from years ago. I actually wrote a post. I said he's going to view the job as a king. He's going to think it's king. That's what I said. I said that back in 2016, right after the election. On that page, and then my page got hacked by a bunch of fucking lunatics, and Facebook wouldn't give it back to me. But anyway, aside from that, I knew that because of his admiration for Andrew Jackson. Who we admire is important. Talk to somebody. If you're on a date with somebody and you want to learn about them, if you're going to ask 20 questions with somebody, one of those questions should be, who do you admire? Who do you most admire? Give me your top 3 people you admire. And then you research those people and you find out about someone you're with. It's very easy. I always knew what kind of... the press was speculating about Trump and all that stuff. I always knew. I didn't care because I'm neutral. I don't play with politics. But it's not a big mystery. A man who admires Andrew Jackson is going to view the job as king because Andrew Jackson was King Andrew. He gave all the lessons in the world of circumventing the checks and balances system. It is what it is. I mean, it's not rocket science. Whether he's good or bad is open to interpretation. I don't really care. Country didn't blow up, so I guess we're all right. At least not yet, anyway. All right. We're all still here. Most of us, anyway. Well, I suppose the whole COVID debacle, but that's a different animal. Let's see here. Give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell Sagittarius before we go? So, it's a lesson for you. I say it as a lesson for you. Okay? Pay attention. Ask someone who they admire. Figure out who their heroes are. And you figure out who they are. Because we admire people, we try to model our lives after them. There's a reason we like energy attracts like energy. Right? It's that simple. 7 Pentacles, Page of Cups, 4 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Done. This Page of Cups ties us to the crossing energy of the soul. This 7 of Pentacles ties us to everything I told you about the final outcome. And this 4 of Swords is you being cool. Okay? You, stop. Shut down your brain and let your soul tell you what's going on here. Alright? Yeah, look at it logically, but look. 9 of Cups crossing the Page of Cups. This is going to look really good. This is someone here, you're their savior. You get them out of the hangman tree. You get them out of winter. You move them on the calmer waters. Your victory. They're moving really fast. It's going to look really good. Stop. Take stock. Quiet your mind. Let your soul flow. Maybe that in that state you ask the right questions. This is the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords is not rose-colored glasses. It's the opposite. In that state you ask the right questions. Find out who, again, just pay attention. People's actions tell you who they are. If this person's moving really fast, why are they moving really fast? Always ask why. Why? Why are they moving really fast here? Why are they mentioning so much about this? Why do they seem to have money, but they pulled up in a Vega? What's going on here? There's something that doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. You know who said that? Judge Judy. That's who. And that's the universe. Let me tell you something. That's how I picture it. I'm going to end it right there. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. Remember that. I'm going to credit Judge Judy with that. You want your justice, you got to take it. It doesn't just happen to you. Okay? And you'll feel really good if you catch someone in this bullshit. Right? You will. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I helped one fucking person today with this reading, I have done my job, karmically speaking. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.